an absolute masterpiece. And I don't know what happened after that, because I feel like their creative juices were concentrated on that particular project. And then after that, everyone was like, okay, class is out. We can go into early retirement. Then they started playing with flutes. This world. Yolanda Mulwa is my name. Thanks for making the time. The show is Sugar and Spice. And you know, we always promise to have those conversations that no one else will. And today we are asking you, and I'll explain what the reason for the question. I'm asking you, should employers give off days to their staff who want to take part in the ongoing demos? What I should have asked you was, I hope this video has this part, because I'm tweaking the question. Should you fire someone when they don't show up to work, and the reason they give you is they went to exercise their civil duties? Let me read Article 37, just because I know we know it by heart almost, but it's always just for emphasis. Assembly, demonstration, picketing, and petition. Every person has the right, peaceably and unarmed, to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and to present petitions to public authorities. Full stop. Nasio, please. Cindy. So yesterday we saw very many brands, and I'm going to also say this as a footnote. Brands that are owned by not woke people, not understanding people, by the young people in our nation, the people who created employment for themselves because the government did not create a conducive environment for them to get formal employment. So I'll read this one, and I'll say shout out. It's not an ad, but I'm just going to give credit where it's due. Bandari Beauty. It's a beauty line, and this is what she had on her profile yesterday. Dear customers, please note that we shall be closed tomorrow to allow our staff who may want to join the protests to do so. For those with appointments, our admin will call you to reschedule to a later date. We shall, however, be available online to respond to your inquiries, and for any orders, you can use our website. Kindly bear with us. Should the Finance Bill 2024 pass, it affects all of us. And to pretend that it will not affect you as an employer, please, very respectfully, it's very stupid. Yep. So your staff who would want to take part, but you would not allow them for whatever reason, that one day that you're saying, oh, today our sales will dwindle, today our productivity will go down, and I'm like, at what cost? That one day could potentially change the rest of our lives collectively. Our lives. And this is where I say sometimes you have to try and meet rational understanding and even the tone of the day halfway, somewhere in the middle. Because all you have to do is say, absolute, done. Today y'all can work until 2. And then off is off. You can do whatever you want to do with it, right? There's people, of course, let me give like our setting, like Kwach, Miriam Locke cannot, for whatever reason, decide to go. I'm going to use my station, just SpiceFM, as an example. There's the people who cannot leave because they're actively going to be on air, and we are essential services, you know. So I understand that. But, like, guy, boy, Mr. John, your company is not going to take a free fall because you let everyone go at midday. To go and exercise freedoms that will also have consequences in your life and that said business that you're supposed to be protecting so hard. So sometimes it's good to have those very uncomfortable conversations. That everything in this world, in my opinion, requires some level of sacrifice. If what is going on in our country is important to you, maybe you have a spare country somewhere, you know, you can always be like, press escape, and you just magically teleport yourself there. Then this is not your conversation. But I'm speaking to you as an employer, as a future employer, as a potential employer, that sometimes loosen the grip a little with your staff. Loosen the grip. Just kidogo. Just kidogo. As long as it's not a media house like ours, a hospital, essential services. Essential services, there's no way in hell anyone is going to let you go anywhere, and it's understandable. We can give in other ways. For instance, I have this microphone here. That is how we give in the setting that I am in, right? There's someone who can send money because such occasions call for some loose change, to buy the protesters some maji ya kunywa, some bail money and whatnot, and the picketing materials do not buy themselves. This is a conversation for people who are pro the conversation that we're having as a nation today. And I just feel like my generation, millennials, and the ones that come before me, we need to borrow leaf from Gen Z. They are fully aware that the future is in their hands and no one else's. That's the reason why they're willing to let go of a few sales here and there for the greater good. But us guys, everything is cast in stone. We are so rigid. We are squares with sharp edges. Oh, damn us if we let people go an hour or two earlier, and Rome will fall. Mine was food for thought. Sindio? But I don't feel like you should go as far as punishing someone for standing up for something that will potentially affect all of us. Msiwafute kazi, just let these young people go. It's the only way they know how to express themselves. It's the only way they can express themselves given the circumstances. So when I come back, I'm going to be reading your questions and your 2 cents, but you can call me live in studio 0719012600. Should employers give off days to staff who want to take part in the ongoing demos? And the ones who take the liberty of giving themselves the off day and then without your permission, would you reprimand them when they come Monday? Will you round up the suspects and send them to HR? I can't hear you. At SpiceFM KE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Here is Kanye with Jesus Walks. Good afternoon to you.
Boom, 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 break your boom, 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 boom.